In today's video, I'm going to show you how to implement role-based access control, also known as RBAC, in a Windows environment. RBAC is one of the most important security principles used in enterprises to reduce risk, prevent privilege abuse, and enforce least privilege. By the end of this video, you will know what RBAC is, why it matters, and how to configure it step by step in Windows. Now, what is RBAC? RBAC, this stands for Role-Based Access Control, means users are given permissions based on their job role, not individually. Instead of assigning permissions user by user, we assign permission to roles, and then users are able to be added on this role. For example, if we have the HR role, the HR role will have access to HR files. For IT role, access to servers. Finance role, access to financial data. These approach reduce mistakes, approve editing, and make access management scalable. Why RBAC is important in Windows? It's important in Windows enterprise environment. It helps us to enforce the principle of least privilege, prevent unauthorized access, reduce the impact of compromised accounts, simplifies users onboarding and offboarding. RBAC is commonly implemented using Active Directory, Security Group, NTFS permission, local or domain policy. RBAC components in Windows. RBAC in Windows has three main components. The users, these are the people who are logging in, groups representing job roles, permission, access rights to resources. The key role is users, then groups, then permission. Never assign permission directly to users. On your search bar on your computer, if you're using a virtual machine like I am doing right now, just type in computer management so we can run a little domain on how to set up a role-based access control. Right there, I'll go to, while you're here, you click on local users and group. There's a drop down. So let's click on the users and let's create a new user. Create a new user. So I'm going to be calling this user Franca. That's what I'm going to call this user. And I'm just going to give this user a complex password. And I'm going to confirm the password. I'm just going to check this out and then create. So once I'm done creating, I close this. You can see Franca here. Franca is a user. So I want to create another user. You can create as much user you want to create. So I'm going to be creating another user. Just right click. Let's call this user John or Johnny. And let's give Johnny a password as well. And if you look at the option here, I would really want to talk about this quickly. It said user must change password at the next login. Once you click on this, it means that whenever this user wants to log in, the user have to change the password. So if you are the one administrator creating an account for a user, you should click this because you do have the password, right? So you need to click it. So once the user log into the system, they can change it to a permanent password that you do not have access to. So then I'm going to check this out. then you can use user cannot change password. It means that once a password is set in, whosoever is logging in as a user will not be able to change that password. If this is being selected, then we have the password never expires, which is not nice. That's not a good practice. If a password never expires, it means you continue using the password. Note that this can lead to unauthorized access to your account if they have access to your password. So this is not advisable to check. Then say account is disabled. So this is another option. So I'm just going to check this out and create. Now I have two users here. I have Johnny and I have Franca. Let's create one more user, right? So let me just create another user. Let's assume I'm going to another user into the system. I'm just going to call this user Peter. Peter is a user and I'm going to give Peter a password as well. Now, Peter, I think the password is incomplete. Now I have Peter here as my, as a user. I'm just going to uncheck this. So I create. Now you can see right here, I have Franca, I have Johnny, then I have Peter. So these are the three users in this account. So I'm going to create a group for them. So you click here and just click new group, right click and go to new group. Let's call this group the tech group, right? Let's just call it the tech group. Tech, I'm just going to add it to the tech group. Okay. Then I'm going to add someone to the tech group, right? So let's look for who we're going to add to the tech group. User. This user, I said, these are users. So the object in this is other object built-in security principles and users. Okay, so that's what we have here. Then the location. This is where the location is. This is location of this computer. Okay, so now I have a tech group, right? I'm going to check the name. And say enter the object name. For example, the first name, let's say Johnny. Johnny should be an object name. So I've added Johnny as a tech group. Okay. So should I add who do we have again? Let me add Peter to the tech group. Okay. Just imagine in the company you have employed Peter and you also employed Johnny. So we have Peter as part of a member on the tech group. So Peter is also a member of this tech group. It means that when you're granting or a company is granting a permission, instead of granting a permission to resources to just Johnny alone, if Peter and Johnny are both in the tech group, you grant a permission to the group. Anyone that is added in this group, so I'm going to close this. This is a tech group, right? So anyone that is added, anyone that is employed into your organization that is skilled in tech, you can just add them to the group rather than just giving them access to resources as a user. You add them to the group. Once they are added to this tech group, whatever permission is granted to this tech group, the new user will have access to it. So once you click on it, you see we have both of them here, right? So I do know that we have Franca, right? So let's create another group, new group. And this group, we're going to call it the finance group. Finance group, right? Just call it the finance group. So it means that we've created, let's add a member to the finance group, right? So Franca, if for example, so Franca has been added. If for example, Peter is also a tech and also have access. I also need to access some financial permissions in order to carry out his assignment or his specification in terms of job. You can also add Peter to this group. It means that Peter can be in the tech and as well have access in the finance group because Peter needs some resources in the finance. So you can just add Peter as well. And Peter can be in all the group or Johnny can be in all the groups. So we create. So we're done with this. So we have the finance group and we have the tech group. So this is how the RBAC, which is role-based access control work. It's not user to user. It is user group. Then they have access to permission in terms of resources. RBAC best practices in Windows. These are very important. Use descriptive names, descriptive group names. Avoid direct user permissions. Review access regularly, and also document role definition. Monitor changes using audit log. In a real world case or in a real world situation, in the reorganization, RBAC is used for file server, SharePoint, SQL database, privileged admin access, SOC and security operations. That is how to implement role-based access control in Windows. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. Subscribe for more cybersecurity and window admin tutorials, and drop your question in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.